Hey guys, welcome to the next episode in Let's Play Football Manager 2013 Return to Liverpool, and this is the 2030-31 review, so this is definitely into the new decade now. And this is how things look, so it's fairly identical to last season. Obviously me and Man City at the top, fairly clear of, well, Manchester United this time, who have recovered. They've slid into a bit of mediocrity over the last few years, but they're back now. I mean, it was only a few years. It wasn't like FM12, where they just slid away and became a very average team. Well, like Liverpool, basically. But they've actually started to get better now, so fair play to them. Cardiff in 5th. Brighton are starting to get better. And what did I tell you about Arsenal? Slipping away. Look at that, 10th. Don't know what's happened there. And Tottenham also not doing too well, although they do have a game in hand. Well, then again, I don't think that's really going to make much of a difference, is it? Maybe one place. But the big difference this time, I was to say it's mostly identical. The difference, though, this time is we have the better goal difference. Man City have always had a dominant goal difference, but we're plus 55. We've scored 73 goals, and it's only February. And we've only conceded 18. So, I've shored up that. I've just tinkered with what I had, just tightened everything up a bit. Strangely enough, City have yet to draw, which is weird. But we've only lost once, which is good, very good actually. I've also never done the unbeaten season. I sort of claim to have done it, but not officially, because I got to the last game of the season and lost against like a weak team. I put out a weak team and lost to them, and I just then realised, like, oh shit, I could have gone undefeated on FM12, but I've not come anywhere near close to doing it on FM13 yet, so I'm not going to claim official status for it. So let's have a look at the transfers. And I've done the wrong one, haven't I? Try that one again. Transfers. History. Plays out, so a lot of plays out. Shiba Miora's gone. Jonavia's gone to Norwich on loan. He's crap. Keno, just 1.5 million. I know I spent like 10 times that, but I just cut my losses and just got rid of him. Absolutely pants player. And a few more loans. Big player to go is Francisco Godoy. Yeah, he has finally gone. Fortunately, Spielmacher's kept him out of the team too long, and he wasn't happy. He was one who wanted first team football, right when he went on holiday. I think I mentioned this in the last video. It's like players who want first team football just as soon as they go on holiday. It's like, no, enjoy your holiday and I'll give you first team football. Stop worrying. And then you got through the whole summer. His whole profile's unhappy then. And it's like, well, come on. Han Jae-yoon went for free to Nottingham Forest. He was getting a bit pissed off. So did Jesse Peel and went to Charlton. He was getting a bit pissed off. He couldn't get first team football. It's annoying really because he's good, Han Jae-yoon. But the problem was, it's weird because when they come back from injury, if they're match fit, one of the things you've got to do is get their match fitness up as soon as you can, because you don't want to play a player who's low on match fitness. And if you do, it's going to cost your team. But at the same time, you're not playing him. The more you don't play him, the more aggrieved he's going to get, and the more aggrieved he gets, the more he wants to leave. So it's a vicious circle. It doesn't help. But I find that the match fitness all over doesn't really matter that much. And the players we brought in then, so 39 million have spent, nearly 10 million virtually, give or take, there on going out. And coming in, we have Alvaro Benito from Real Madrid, looks like a decent little player, 1.8 million. Hernan Godoy, 22 million pounds. Yes, so we've got rid of one Godoy and another one's come in. 4-star potential, although again he wants to go on loan. I will be playing him, don't worry. He is going to get a run of games. Look at that. Look, he's banned for what? I don't know what's happened there. I guess that's all of his bans, I suppose. You just don't see that too often. But yeah, he hasn't played all that much. I kept thinking he's a youngster, but he's not. So I need to remember that. And this is Alessandro Boccolini, or Boccolini. Not sure if it's a ch or a k sound for them C's. He's currently on loan, I think. Is he? Yeah, he's QPR. Good little potential. Now this one, £40 million. Luis George. Sorry, wrong way around. 4.5-star potential. Key member of the squad. Striker. £14 million for a 17-year-old. Yes, I am absolutely mental. Why have I done that? Because he's got one thing I love, and that's height. How much height? Tons of it. He's 6'9". He is ginormous. I think that's even bigger than Jan Koller. I'm hoping this guy will be the Portuguese Jan Koller. He's ridiculous. He's only 17. He was 16 when I bought him. So, he's obviously got a long way to go yet. And he's played a couple of times. He scored in the leagues in the reserve league and stuff, but a bit daft, and the fans aren't particularly happy that I spent £14 million, and they are concerned about the current situation surrounding him, so whatever the hell that means. So fuck them, hate the fans immensely, never satisfied. No, seriously, in real life they aren't either. So that's that. So you can see I haven't really tinkered with the team all that much. I've just brought in, another player. Godoy, incidentally, can play very versatile. He can play in centre, he can play on the right, he can play up front, and he can play just on the right midfield in general and attacking right. So he's pretty good. And Benito is also fairly versatile. He can play on the left, right, or up front. So he's a good option. So let's go over the old fixtures then. This is how things look. Played Man City then in the Community Shields and won. Benito opening his account. He scored on his debut. El Lopez grabbed the other one. I'll show you his goal. As you can see, Dudale scored a penalty, but and scored in the 74th minute. But we hit back. It was one, so it went 1-0 to us, 1-1, 2-1, 2-2, 3-2. Slightly crap goal to be honest, but nevertheless, nice, consistent. Consistency and just following up there, didn't stop. And overall well played from him. Jimmy Crowder once again scoring on the opening day of the season. Always like to play him on the opening day. And Hernan Godoy, although he got injured later on, scored on his debut as he scored the penalty. We then played Arsenal, and this kind of just summed everything up for me. We won 5-0. They, as I say, if you looked at the table, they are struggling. They're struggling big time. They were really bad. They had a poor start, really poor start to the season. They were in the relegation zone and everything. Lopez as Subira's own goal, Juarez, Kostrov and Liga scoring. So that was very harsh on Arsenal, but hey, they had a crap start. They've not done particularly well. Who is their manager, by the way? I'll go over the manager at the end if I remember. It's Jeroen Zoet. I think I've talked about him before. I don't know. Have I? Who did he play for? Who does he play for currently? He plays for RKC. Fine. What's he done? He is probably the reason then why, or he's established Millwall a bit more. So he's fine. Looks like a decent player. I don't know why he's a manager at Arsenal, but whatever. 4-1 against Ipswich. Kemp scoring 2, Crowder and Richard Russell. So again, really pushing in the young players now, getting them in and starting them, first team, and they do really, really well. Barry Wallace came off the bench, scored a hat-trick. He does have this knack of doing that occasionally, doesn't he? He is that good. If we look here now, if it wants to load again, the computer does like to take the piss a bit. As you can see, we're 2-0 down, brought him on. Seagreaves brought him off, and Glyn Pearcey, here's another one for you. 17-16 brought him in. He had a good start as well. He scored 2 in the Champions League, I think, this season, which we'll get to in a minute. And again, it does like to hang, unfortunately. As I say, it doesn't matter how good your computer is, FM will hang occasionally. And yeah, Wallace off the bench, scored a hat-trick. Don't really need to say anything else, do I? Then the Champions League. So here is the Champions League. This is how we did. Inter Milan, believe it or not, had a shocker. Only winning 1 game. We didn't lose again. Still, I maintain I'm excellent. It's the only one thing I would claim I am good at on this game, and that is Champions League group stages. Lopez with a penalty to give us a victory over Inter. Then a 2-2 draw against a good Valencia team. Torre and Lopez scoring there. Sturm Graz, I played... Oh, well, okay, I should explain this, right? We got away with this. 3-0 is a very flattering scoreline. They probably should have scored about 6 goals. They had 1 shot on target. Look at that. They had 10 shots, 1 on target. They were shocking. This lad here, Song Kwang Min, absolutely disgusting finishing. Honestly, they dominated this game, but we just had more clinical finishing. And as you see there, a Barry Woods own goal, and there's Glyn Pearcey. I'll show you the goals actually, because this was fascinating. Seriously, I've never seen a team miss so many chances in my life. It was absolutely vile that they finished. Honestly, if you're a striking coach or a forward coach, look away from. Well, no, look away. Actually, no, look at these, because these are good finishes. But also, I'll bring your attention to the guy in blue there, Ryan Fry, another really good prospect. I'll get on to him in a minute. Here he is now. Superb ball for Jesse Peel in there, who will be leaving, I think. And fortunately, that won't go for Lewis George. That unfortunately is a Wood own goal, so that's a shame. But here goes Glyn Pearcey now. He is, believe it or not Welsh. I think he's English, actually. We've got him and Russell and Fry, who I'll get onto in a moment. So I'm very, very excited about some superb prospects. And don't forget Seagreaves here as well. But here is Fry, again involved. Not the best cross in the world, but here goes Ruiz. It broke to Piercy, slightly scrappy goal, but he won't care. First ever goal for Liverpool. Not his debut, he has played previously. But that is his first proper goal. And this one I'm very happy about. Sounds like a broken record there, sorry about that. I'm very happy with this goal. Don't know what that's name, eBay. Would recommend it. It's a very good site, eBay. And also we have a player there called Feburary, which sounds like the Ermagerd girl saying it, but trying to say Safari. But a lovely pass here from Fry. Look at that, and a lovely finish from Piercy. The two youngsters there, Ryan Fry and Glyn Piercy. I'm very, very excited about it. I'll just show you them real quick. Their profiles, if it ever wants to load again. I'm sorry for the hanging. As I mentioned in the last video, this is why FM videos will never be, unless there's some real proper editing involved, they will never be superbly slick and smooth. Ryan Fry, here he is. 4.5 star potential, 16 years old still. He won't be 17 until March. From Hemel Hempstead. We also have, who do we have here? Just trying to find them. Don't forget Atek Velioglu, who was on loan last season. He's 21 now. He looks like a really good, decent player. Brought in many years ago. And where's he gone? Where's Glyn Piercy gone? Should probably just arrange that. I think he might actually no. He has gone on loan. That's why. We'll also just show you Richard Russell again. These two, we've got him from Bootle. So these two will be centre midfield partnerships. We've got Junior to go in there as well, and obviously Gaston Ruiz. But these two are the future, 16 and 17. These are my future centre midfield pairings, even ahead of me and the son. That's how highly I rate these two. Seriously, epically good players. Don't forget Piercy as well. I'll go back onto him now. Wherever he's gone. Where do we play? Sturm Graz. Piercy. Where's he going? Off the bench, obviously. He's actually showing his teeth. You don't see too many regens showing the teeth. Again, 2.5 stars, so very similar to my son in a way, but he is an attacking centre mid, can also play on the right and up front if needed. Not the best at the moment, but obviously he is only young. And from the same neck of the woods, roughly, there or thereabout, Berkshire, I think, as Ryan Fry there. High Wycombe, I believe that they are not too far away, if my geography serves me correctly. Anyway, moving on, reminiscing about English geography, we go on to Chelsea at home, and we've got a decent point. Percy Lega again scoring against them. He does like to score against Chelsea, does Percy Lega, so fair enough to him. I went to the Amex, going back there once again to play Brighton in the Capital One Cup fourth round, and got a 2-0 victory. Alvaro Benito and Albert Kostrov scoring. Good game all over. Glyn Piercy playing again. Russell 7.2, not playing badly. That's one of the things, though. You would expect a young player, 17 years old, to have like a 6.5 rating or something. You're not doing too greatly. Russell excels. He's fantastic. He really is. 4-1 then against City. Real sort of, turnarounds from last season. They did the double overs, but we really hammered them in this time. Juarez with a goal, Wallace with 2, and an own goal from one of the City players there. Gave us a very clinical win. And then another game against Sturm Graz. I think I went over these. Did I not go over the rest? I think I need to go over the Champions League games, don't I? So, sorry about that. I think I stopped midway. Right. Yeah, Piercy scored again against Sturm Graz. They finally did score. They still missed several chances, but they did pull it back to 2-1 and make it a little bit nervous. That, in fact, was the first goal. I think maybe in the first goal they scored. I'm sorry, they did score against Inter. But yeah, Piercy, Guito and Velioglu, so the two centre-backs. Again, I think these two could be a potential centre-back pairing of the future. And Wallace and Torre goes to victory against Inter. And finally, Piercy scoring twice again, as well as Crowder, giving us the win and a clean gap there over Valencia on top of the group stage, on top of the group. And that was the Champions League. A very, very pretty story for us there. Kostrov and Wallace scoring 2 to give us the victory over Millwall. A 1-0 victory over a poor Newcastle team. Crowder scoring. Aguito, absolutely fantastic. 9 average of 9. I think. His rating was 9 there. Newcastle at the bottom at the moment. Absolutely shocking form. I don't know why they're so poor, but they are. Tottenham 4-0. Tottenham not having a particularly good campaign again. Although actually I think they're better. Oh no, they're not. Sorry, that was last season. 4-0. Not again particularly good from them. 2 for Kostrov, 1 for Wallace, and 1 for Lopez off the bench. 3-0 against Forest. Crowder scoring 2 once again, and Lopez off the bench again. 1-1 against West Ham. Richard Russell, 8.3. I'll show you his goal. Since, I mean, look at this though. Look at that. What's happened there? Bookings all over the place. The referee apparently was lenient. I don't think so. To send 2 players off and be called lenient. Well, I don't know. Maybe the word was worth some more. But Pepe Hernandez, I don't know if he was giving that back to them or if that really was a shocking throw-in. I don't know. But I hate the way they have to. It's either. Well, people have said it is actually players when they throw it in like straight to an opposition player, they are actually throwing it back to them. I don't believe that for a word. I've never seen that before in real life. Well, actually, no, I have. I have seen it, but I haven't seen it for a while. A very obvious attempt to throw it back to the players. It usually just goes back to the goalkeeper. Or nowadays, usually just have the what do you call it, the dead ball. What's it called anyway? Kemp said that was the goal. So nice goal from Bastoni there. But here goes Russell's goal now. Incidentally, if you look in there, yes, Dominic Kemp has the number 9 shirt. I've given it to him. He's only 21, 22, and he has that now. So Spielmacher's against his former club. Nearly giving that one away. Hernandez has had a shocker, actually. He's sent off, but and Fabio was injured, but Agito going in strong there. And there goes Barry Wallace now. We'll give this to Russell any moment. Just pressing on, going forward and really hammering that one in. Lovely goal from Russell. And actually that got, I think, goal of the month, believe it or not. Don't know why, but it did. Let's see, where else we got? And then we had to play Cardiff, and we eventually did beat them in extra time, 3-1, in Capital One Cup quarter-finals. Ryan Fry did play, so did Seagreaves, Godoy, Russell, Gito, all doing very well. We then played them properly, and I played a full-strength team this time, as you can see, that was the difference there, real difference. It took us to extra time. It was technically a draw, obviously, in the full 90 minutes, but then when we play a full-strength team, Barry Wallace just scores his natural 4, and Kostrov off the bench. 2-2 against West Brom and the Hawthorns. Not the hardest, not the easiest place, not the hardest though place to go, but it's certainly not the easiest. Kostrov and Torre are out salving just a point. 3-0 against Wigan. Jimmy Crowder scoring again, couple. Nice for him. Calagito another rating of 9, so fair play to him. And Ryan Fry also scoring. Playing well. Wallace scoring, I should say. 3-1 against Manchester United at Anfield. Kostrov, Juarez, and Moment. 3-1. Good result for us there. And 5-1 against Charlton. This was over the Christmas period, so I did have to I did have to rotate the team a bit. This had a very young feel to it, with the exception of Hanjin. In fact, if I go back up to this Sturm Graz game here, 3-1, I'm going to just go over the ages. So I think Carlos is 18, he's 20, I think he's 20, he's 17, he's 20, he's 19, he's 16, he's 17, 20, I think, 16, 17. Average age of that team, 19. 19. Talking Busby Babes there. Probably even less than the Busby Babes, actually. But a very nice win again, a very similar team with a bit more experience with Han Jae-yoon. That's literally, and Camarota. But Fry scoring his first goal, Benito scoring, and also Yusuf Tage off the bench. I will show you these goals. And unfortunately, Rory Clark also scoring an own goal. And unfortunately, the Charlton did score there, but I wasn't too disappointed how late it was. But Russell getting involved again. You just can't keep him out of the game, can you? But here goes Seagreaves and Benito all on his own. Lovely, cool, composed finish to give us the lead in on the 20-minute mark. Then we, let's see, what was this? Trying to remember the goals, actually. There's so many goals, I can't remember them. Yeah, Zagito's ball to Camarota, cuts inside, comes out to Fry. Farbarker will put this in. Heads the way. Piercy, I think, was playing up front. I think it was Piercy. Moved players around so much, I can't remember. Kothana, say the youngster, he's only 17. Comes to Benito, did break for him, slightly lucky, but he got his second of the game on the 36.5-minute mark. Lopez's corner, and there is Ryan Fry to score his first goal. I guess you could call him because he is so young, a small Fry. Shut up. Here comes Charlton now with McAvoy. Unfortunately, they did get a slight lifeline. That wasn't the 82nd minute, but it was game over at that point. I knew. I just all I did was set it to counter. I think we were on standard, so I just pushed them back slightly and just said counter. Just be a little bit more defensive than we were previously. But here goes Yusuf Tage. Lovely attacking mentality there from him. Cutting inside, scoring his first goal this season. He does have a really good shot on him when he wants. Yusuf Tage, and here's finally is the Clark own goal. who obviously is Kinsley Clark as the goalkeeper, so it's probably going to be a bit of a blag own goal. Goalkeeper scoring own goals, it's very unfair, to be honest. I really don't know how that... It should have been Benito hat-trick, but whatever. 5-1, slightly flattering to Charlton, I suppose, but not really. We did lose on though to 1-0 to Arsenal. That serves me right for slagging them off. Lopez missing a penalty as well. That was no good. And then played Chelsea in the Capital One Cup semi-final. This is the first leg. 1-4-1 at Anfield. Wallace, Kostrov and Kemp all scoring. Wow. Unfortunately, though, the quad will not be on this year, as I did slightly underestimate Norwich, and Carlos made an absolutely disgusting error, which I'll show you now. In fact, the whole team was pretty poor here. There's Simon Dodd. Remember this guy with the weird double space? Yeah, he scored 2 against me, and after the game was live. Anytime... I say that Pedersen as well. He's a good little player. But yeah, Simon Space Dodd. So annoying. But Atek Velioglu there, and I think I may have got a bit complacent at this point. Put us in the lead, and I thought, here we go. Really happy with the youngsters. Let's see them do it. But of course, I forgot to take into account the magic of the FA Cup bullshit. And then this happened. So if we look at this, Hernan Godoy, I really don't know where he was trying to go there, but nevertheless he kept possession, so I'm not going to argue too much. A slightly Hollywood-style ball from Farbarker. But watch this. Oh dear, what are you doing, Carlos? And he should have picked that one up as well. I know he's only like 17, 18. He's out 18 now, but that was poor. Yeah, that is football bait. That's goalkeeping 101. It really is as simple as you get. Just cock that up so much. Not the best ball from Fry, although, where was his teammates helping him out there? I don't know. I hate that. You can clearly see when a player is in, Velioglu, what on earth is that? So, he got 2 goals virtually given to him, I'll admit. But that's 2-1. So I'm not going to say, actually, I think I'll take back the game of his life, but, he did get 2 goals given to him, but at the same time, it's like, well, he scored 2 goals against you, Well, Barry Wallace nearly missing, actually. It's weird the way he sort of ran on the line and then just popped in, I guess, away from the defender. But then this happened and I got really annoyed again. Poor pass. Just poor passing, I suppose. I did say to them, pass it to feet, but clearly they don't listen to you. And there's Dodd. Pedersen could have had his hat-trick Dodd, or Space Dodd. And yeah, disappointing. Very disappointing. So no FA Cup for us this year. 3-0 then against Ipswich. We did bounce back, played the full team virtually, with Russell, Kostrov and Ferrer scoring. 4-0 against Southampton, bit of sort of back with a vengeance type thing now. Ferrer, Godoy with 2 and Wallace. We did lose the second leg of the Capital One Cup semi-final, but happily we were 4-1 up, so that meant it was 5-3 on aggregate. I did play I played, Crowder, Russell, Fry, Iggy, so, it wasn't full strength by any stretch of the imagination, but it wasn't weak either. But who cares? And the game took that as like, oh no, Liverpool lost. It's like, no, it actually asked me the question, you lost today, what type of effect will this have on your team? And it's like, we're through to the final on aggregate. What the hell are you talking about? It's so stupid. 3-0 though against Swansea. Ferrer and Lopez and Wallace off the bench. 2-1 against Blackburn. Moorman and Wallace. Godoy did get sent off rather stupidly. He was having a crap game anyway. And that was the last game. So we're due to play Brighton next. If we look at the player stats then, how are we doing? Wallace on joint third there with Lawrence Powell, who I've never heard of. Who's that? For Cardiff. Also there's Bustamante, who is ridiculous for Southampton. He's the reason why they're doing, or they have done so well over the last few years. But if you're looking now, he's 31 Wallace, but he's doing very, very well. 109 caps, 79 goals, just the 79. He's also top of the assist chart there with 11, and he's doing very, very well. Who's Lawrence Powell then? Never heard of him. Got a very black name considering he's white. Sorry. Kostrov also with 11 and Lopez with 10 assists as well. So we just look to take that into account for the whole team. Goal-wise, Wallace was already virtually, I think that's the same amount as he got all the last season, so he's on 22 already, and 16 assists. Just the 16. Kostrov with 13, Crowder with 10, Lopez with 10, Benito with 4, Godoy, Ferrer and also on 4, and Russell, Kemp, Juarez, Junior, Torre on 3. And assist-wise, I say Wallace on 16, Lopez on 11, Kemp with 8, Fry with 5, same as Kostrov, and 3 Russell downwards. So very good then. I'm very happy with our progress. So we are still 1 point behind City. That can all change, as we all know. It did change last season. Join me then for the season review in the next video. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.